Overthinking. This is a frequent theme in counseling. Other phrases that are used to describe this are I'm too much in my head. I'm over analytical. I tend to obsess over situations. You get the picture? We all have a little bit of this, but to do this nonstop as a way of life is not healthy. It can lead to anxiety and possibly depression. It interferes with effectiveness, productivity, and here's the worst one, it can steal your joy. It takes work when a person is wired to overthink. There are good aspects of being able to think about things to conclusion, but not to the point of entertaining so many thoughts that it bogs you down. So, how do you address this? How do I encourage people to address this? First, you have to recognize that you're doing this. That might not be too hard because a lot of people that I work with, they'll come right out and say, I overthink. I'm in my head too much. Second, develop a plan to delay and disrupt this. It's related to perfection, right? You're on this track where you overthink something, and it's good to hit the pause button and go, wait a minute, I need to take a break. I need to step back. And but develop a plan to put a spoke in the wheel of overthinking. That plan could be very little things. It could be shifting to doing something else. It could be stopping at a point where you look at what solutions you have already offered and begin to implement them, not second guessing, overthinking, adding, subtracting. It's too much work. So disrupt it. Do something to disrupt it. And that plan could be monitoring when you do this and then distracting yourself to thinking about something else, like I said, and continuing to limit the time that you think over and over. You stop. You say, I've thought about this enough. Okay. You can be creative about other things to think about as long as you don't obsess on them too. Also, pray that God would help you with this. Over time, you can confront the anxiety that drives overthinking, the fears that allow yourself to control yourself. That's right. Overthinking is actually overkill, isn't it? It's overdoing it. It's like I have to squash this thing. I have to control it and dominate it. So and maybe if I think more about it, I'll get better results. Probably, and you might have heard this before, usually it's the first few things that you've thought about are the best. Okay? How much more do you need to slice this and dice this thing? So I'm not against thinking to conclusion because sometimes it means you have to think. But overthinking is not to do, and you can get stuck and can be exhausting. Okay, so there are other strategies to deal with overthinking, but the purpose of this video was to keep it brief, introduce the subject, and some solutions to address it. I will say that cognitive biblical therapy works well in addressing and overcoming thinking, overcoming overthinking. Okay? So it is important that if you find yourself overthinking, say to yourself, this is not productive. This has not helped, and this is a habit and a group of behaviors that I do need to break. It doesn't glorify God to overthink. It ties you up. Think about it.